What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dgotsauce, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be discussing what Joe Biden's plan is to deal with the crisis going on the border. Let's tune into the video, y'all.
Necessary steps to secure our border. 4 months ago, after weeks of intense negotiation between my staff and Democrats and Republicans, we came to a clear bipartisan deal. It was the strongest border security agreement in decades. But then Republicans in Congress, not all, but walked away from it. Why? Because Donald Trump told them to. He told the Republicans, it has been published widely by many of you, that he didn't want to fix the issue. He wanted to use it to attack me. That's what he wanted to do. It was a cynical and an extremely cynical political move, and a complete disservice to the American people who are looking for us to not to weaponize the border, but to fix it. Today, I'm joined by a bipartisan group of governors, members of Congress, mayors, law enforcement officials, most of whom live and work along the southern border. They know the border is not a political issue to be weaponized. The responsibility we have to share to do something about it. They don't have time for the games played in Washington, and neither do the American people. So today, I'm moving past Republican obstruction and using the executive authorities available to me as president to do what I can on my own to address the border. Frankly, I would have preferred to address this issue through bipartisan legislation, because that's the only way to actually get the kind of system we have now that's broken, fixed, to hire more Border Patrol agents, more asylum officers, more judges. But Republicans have left me no choice. Today, I'm announcing actions to bar.
You know what the crazy part about this is? I feel like Biden has, honestly, he did this to himself. When he first got into office, the border that he had gotten was very secure. It was one of the most secure borders we've seen in a while. Nobody was talking about migrants coming in like that. But all of a sudden, you take away all of those things that were in place and replace them with your stuff, and we see now that the border's going crazy. Everybody's getting in. They don't care what you're talking about. They're still trying to come in. So I'm a little confused on what he's trying to blame the Republican Party for when he put himself in this position. Let's continue.
Migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum. Migrants will be restricted from receiving asylum at our southern border unless they seek it after entering through an established lawful process. And those who seek to come to the United States legally, for example, by making an appointment and coming to a port of entry, asylum will still be available to them, still available. But if an individual chooses not to use our legal pathways, if they choose to come without permission and against the law, they'll be restricted from receiving asylum and staying in the United States. This action will help us to gain control of our border, restore order into the process. This ban will remain in place until the number of people trying to enter illegally is reduced to a level that our system can effectively manage. We'll carry out this order consistent with all our responsibilities under international law, every one of them. In addition to this action, we recently made important reforms in our asylum system, more efficient and more secure reforms. The goal is to deliver decisions on asylum as quickly as possible. The quicker decision means that a migrant is less likely to pay a criminal smuggler thousands of dollars to take him on a dangerous journey, knowing that if in fact they move in the wrong direction, they're returned around quickly. And 2 weeks ago, the Department of Justice started a new docket in the immigration courts to address cases where people who've recently crossed the border they make a decision within 6 months rather than 6 years, because that's what happens now. Additionally, the Department of Homeland Security has proposed new rules to allow federal law enforcement to more quickly remove asylum seekers that have criminal convictions and remove them from the United States. My administration has also recently launched new efforts to go after criminal networks that profit from smuggling migrants to our border, and incentivize people to give tips to law enforcement, provide information that brings smugglers to justice. We're also sending additional federal.
That we can say is a good thing. He is trying to make sure that the criminals that are trying to come in, and the smugglers that are letting these people in, stop. So I understand why he would want that to be in the deal that he's bringing to the table now, because there's been a lot of criminals, there's been a lot of gang members coming into the cities and to the United States that really don't care anything about what he's talking about right now, and they're going to cause havoc when they are ready to cause havoc. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth.
Prosecutors to hotspots along the border and prosecute individuals who break our immigration laws. One other critical step that we will be taking, and that has made a huge difference. We continue to work closely with our Mexican neighbors instead of attacking Mexico. And it's worked. We've built a strong partnership of trust between the Mexican President Lopez Obrador, and I'm going to do the same with the Mexican-elect president who I spoke with yesterday. We've chosen to work together with Mexico as an equal partner, and the facts are clear. Due to the arrangements that I've reached with President Obrador, the number of migrants coming and to our shared border unlawfully in recent months has dropped dramatically. But while these steps are important, they're not enough. To truly secure the border, we have to change our laws, and Congress needs to provide the necessary funding to hire 1,500 more border security agents, 100 more immigration judges to help tackle the backlog of cases, more than 2 million of them, 4,300 more asylum officers to make decisions in less than 6 months instead of 6 years, which is what it takes now, and around 100 more high-tech detection machines to significantly increase the ability to screen and stop fentanyl being smuggled into the United States.
That's where all of the jobs are about to go to, if this gets approved. That's where everything's gonna go to. When Biden says, "Oh, he made everything better. He brought more jobs." These are jobs that are going to the border people, and probably jobs that are going to all these immigrants that he's bringing in. All of these immigrants and stuff. Here's the truth, right? All these immigrants and asylum seekers that are just kind of really coming here and grind, they're going to work the jobs that the average American person is not trying to work. They're going to do it. They're going to outwork them. And those are the people who are really upset. Because they're like, man, we've come here, we've been living here all our lives. We have been struggling this whole time, and these people are coming in, taking our jobs, living here for free, and just kicking us in the behind all the way around. And it's a mess. It's a real mess. But hey, who's to really blame?
These investments were one of the primary reasons that the Border Patrol Union endorsed the bipartisan deal in the first place. And these investments are essential, remain essential. As far as I'm concerned, if you're not willing to spend the money to hire more Border Patrol agents, more asylum officers, more judges, more high-tech machinery, you're just not serious about protecting our border. It's as simple as that. I believe that immigration has always been a lifeblood of America. We're constantly renewed by an infusion of people and new talent. The Statue of Liberty is not some relic of American history. It stands for who we are as the United States. So I will never demonize immigrants. I'll never refer to immigrants as poisoning the blood of a country. And further, I'll never separate children from their families at the border. I will not ban people from this country because of their religious beliefs. I will not use the U.S. military to go into neighborhoods all across the country to pull millions of people out of their homes and away from their families, to put detention camps while awaiting deportation, as my predecessor says he will do if he occupies his office again.
But you will supply Israel with bombs and supply Gaza with care packages. Like those bombs ain't the reason why they need them care packages. Doesn't add up, really, does it, Biden? It doesn't add up. You'll say all the things that the your predecessor is doing, all the wild behavior that he's been up to, but you won't ever look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I've been doing some wild stuff too. Why you think people is so mad? Why you think people is protesting on them college lawns? Because they realize that you full of it. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing in there. How you supplying the drugs and you supplying the doctors for those who overdose? That's exactly what you're doing out there.
On my very first day as president, I introduced a comprehensive immigration reform plan to fix our broken system, secure our border, provided pathways for citizenship for dreamers, and a lot more. And I'm still fighting to get that done. But we must face the simple truth. To protect America as a land that welcomes immigrants, we must first secure the border and secure it now. The simple truth is there is a worldwide migrant crisis. And if the United States doesn't secure our border, there's no limit to the number of people who may try to come here, because there's no better place on the planet than the United States of America. For those who say the steps I've taken are too strict, I say to you that be patient. And goodwill of American people we're wearing thin right now. Doing nothing is not an option. We have to act.
He's mumbling again. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below, man. I hope y'all are liking the new look. My camera is down right now, so I still had to get out these contents and let y'all know how I'm doing and give y'all my opinion on what's going on out in these streets, man. But let's continue.
We must act consistent with both our law and our values as Americans. I'll take these steps today, not to walk away from who we are as Americans, but to make sure we preserve who we are for future generations to come. Today, I've spoken about what we need to do to secure the border. In the weeks ahead, and I mean the weeks ahead, I'll speak to how we can make our immigration system more fair and more just. Let's fix the problem and stop fighting about it. I'm doing my part. We're doing our part. Congressional Republicans should do their part. Thank you very much.
I don't think really that he is doing his part. To be honest with you, I think he's trying to get it together now, but it's like way too late, because now the people that are like on their way here, that were like trying to get over here for a while now, they're gonna come. They don't care what you got at the border anymore. They don't care if you put the National Guard there. They don't care if you put more border patrol there. They don't care. They don't care if you put the FBI there. They want to get in here. They want to get in here. And you all are allowing it to happen. You are allowing it to happen. And I understand if they're asylum seekers, cool. We get it. We get it. But we got to get it under control. We got to get it under control. Let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below, man.